Cool rocks.
Hello everyone, or shall I say hola. Happy Cinco de Mayo week. We are going to get started on these colorful tacos. They are Cinco de Mayo inspired. So first things you're going to need are some monolith that you saw me pull out and some colored foam clay. Now that big pack was from Amazon. I will try to link it below. I'm just showing you here a blue pack. That's what I used. It's just like the little ones, and some white modelite. I mixed it up together, and you're going to want just about a fist, a little over a fist full for each taco. And it gave us a little bit of leftover too that you'll see I did some of those molds with the silicone molds. So I'm just adding some more. I could tell that I was going to need more as I was rolling it out. Some modelite. And just keep mixing it. That's called conditioning the clay. You just want to mix all that in so all the colors, it's not kind of like that marbly look, or maybe you like that, go ahead and use that, but I just wanted that nice light blue. And so these are Cinco de Mayo inspired, so I wanted something super colorful, your reds, greens, very fiesta, Mexican. That's what these are inspired by. So I wanted definitely bright colors. So you see me kind of just hitting the clay, but I'm using just wax paper to roll this out. You could use a silicone mat. I'm just using what I have. I need a bigger workspace. I already know that. Tell the hubby that. But I'm just using this, but really you need something that your clay is not going to stick to, because you can see my clay is sticky, so I have to end up rolling it back up and kneading it again. But typically it rolls out pretty well if you have just kind of a flat surface that is non-stick or non-porous. So you're going to see me here just mixing this up again, and then I'm going to use my acrylic roller to roll out the clay. And I'm just kind of eyeing it, what I think a taco size would be. I originally was using a like a circle. I cut out a big circle from just like the top of like a Cool Whip container, and I was going to trace it on the clay and then kind of cut it out, but it just got too sticky, and I was like, nah, let me just eyeball it. But you could do that. Use either a cookie cutter or a huge circle, just roll it out on like foam board or whatnot, and then cut it out. That way your circle's completely consistent and it's a nice shape. And then from there you would just fold it in half and make like a taco shape. But you know, I gotta do things the hard way. So I'm rolling it out, and then you'll see I'm using these scissors. They have the shapes on them. Those are from the dollar store. I actually just found them. I was about to buy a big pack on Amazon, so I'm happy I didn't. I found them at the dollar store, and they just cut that zigzag line, so it kind of almost looks like a waffle cone, which is, I kind of wanted the taco shells to have that waffle look, and you'll see when we do the imprints that we make the lines like it, but it made nice lines, so I thought that was nice. So this is my circle. Again, it's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Tacos are not perfect. Well, some are, but you know. And then I'm gonna use my acrylic roller and just kind of roll it out again to kind of get it flat. And then again on the inside, and use whatever side looks best. Usually it's the side that you started with flat or facing you. And then I'm gonna go ahead, and you'll see these. This is optional, but I had these little mini cookie cutters. So I wanted to create a shell, the taco shell, to kind of have that imprint. So I am just using my star cookie cutter, and I'm just going over it. You're not pushing all the way down, otherwise you're going to cut through the dough, more or less, the foam clay. So you just want to push enough to leave a little imprint. And I think it's super pretty, and it just gives it's unique, you know. You could always go over it and add a little shimmer to it and make it really stand out. If you wanted to paint the stars, you could, whatever you want to do. But I just wanted a little imprint. So that's what you'll see me doing here, and just going all around it. You could do this beforehand too, before you cut the circle, whatever works for you. But for me, it was just easier to do it here. So now you see me kind of taking it, kind of figuring out the middle, pushing it down a little, and then I am going to turn it up into a taco shape. So essentially you're just folding the circle in half. And you're going to figure out where that middle part is, and then that's the middle of your taco. So then you're going to see, I'm just trying to figure out the shape. I could you could even press the foam down because the foam's really forgivable, so you can kind of form it to how you want. You can maybe turn the edges in, maybe you want like a crinkled look, or just whatever you want to do. And then put something in the middle to kind of allow it to form, because you're going to need a few hours at least for this to be able to hold its shape. I left mine overnight. And then you're going to want things on the side to keep it upright. So you just see, that's why I'm using the containers, because it's going to fall if you don't put something. So just use whatever you have around the house, 2 cups, bookends, whatever you got, just to hold it up so it'll hold its shape. And that's it. And let it sit for a few hours. So these are little clay impression, I don't even know what they're called. They're just like impression cutters or imprint makers. I don't know the correct term, but I will link them below. Now they are great because silicone mats can be very expensive. Silicone molds, as far as ice cream molds or like the waffle print mold. So these I found on Amazon. There's a huge pack of them. Honestly, I think there was like 10 or 12 different prints that came. So what I did is I just rolled out my clay just like before. Now I'm using cling wrap, and I'm just putting that over the top. That's very important because if you push with these, it's just going to cut right through the foam. So you have to put a cling wrap over it, and it's just a thin piece that's going to keep it from cutting all the way through. Now you'll see me pushing down on the clay over the cling wrap, and that's putting that impression in the clay. So again, it's like a 10 pack, so you could choose what you want. This one is like a waffle mold. So it gives that look, but you're not rolling it out and having to use a mat, which can get a little expensive. They're pretty pricey online. So this was a great option. I think this pack of 10 might have been about $7 or $8. So definitely worth it. And then you'll see I just pulled the cling wrap off, and then you have your impression, and it's beautiful. It looks perfect. And then I go ahead and remove it. And that's it. We got our clay to work with for our taco. So we're going to go ahead and fold it in half, find that middle again, and just form it. And we got to let this sit overnight. This one's a little bit thinner. But that's essentially it. That's how you get the imprint on there. And I wanted you to see that so you know there are options to do other than just keeping the clay solid. And again, I'm using my scissors to go around and shape that circle so I can fold it a little bit easier and find the center. And then from there, we just got to let it dry, and then we could go ahead and work with it and embellish it. These scissors are awesome. I think it gives it just like a cool look, that when the outer part of the taco is cut and it's kind of like jagged in a way. I really like that look. Makes it look more realistic. And then you'll see, there I go folding it, just finding the middle and pulling up the edges. And I think they look kind of cool when they're turned in. And that's it. And just let it dry. Let it sit to dry a couple hours at least. These are some of the molds that I was talking about. Silicone molds. These are not expensive. These were like $2 or $3 at Hobby Lobby on sale. So those are gummy worms. There's some gummy bears, macaroons. This one I got on Amazon. It's a big size too. It's really nice. And these are mini donuts. This one's from Hobby Lobby. So extra clay that I had left from the taco shell, like that I had cut off the edges with those scissors, I just put in my molds. Because I had the extra clay, and I put them in there. That's a little marshmallow that you see me holding. So what I'm doing is showing you how to make it. Just roll a tiny piece of, this is red or orange, and I'm just rolling it into a ball and then rolling it the opposite way, using my fingers to kind of form a little marshmallow. And then I made a bunch of those in different colors. So that's a way to make embellishments with extra clay that you have. And just kind of pinch it. It makes it like a marshmallow, a square basically. And then just set that to the side. Those dry pretty quick. But that is a way to use extra clay and just use your molds. And then you have your embellishments. You don't have to go out and buy them. So there's our donuts, gummy bears, gummy worms, and macaroons. So here we have this yellow foam clay that you see me just kind of conditioning. Now these we're going to start to make our little rolls for the inside of our tacos, because I wanted some to have the ice cream that we already did, but I wanted some to have the rolls. So this is, I've never had ice cream like this, but it's like where they roll out the ice cream and then they roll it into like your ice cream shell or whatever you have. I've never had ice cream like that. I've seen it all over the internet and in these really kind of like fancy ice cream shops. I've never had that, but apparently it's a thing. So that's what we're gonna make. We're just taking a piece, like a ball of the foam clay, and then you're just rolling it out in more of like a long oval shape, so we can roll our foam clay and really make that roll. So that's what you see me doing here, and then you're just gonna roll it out. I measured, it was about 5.5, almost 6 inches. And then you'll see I just kind of eyeball it. It's not super thick. You could do them thicker. And then you just literally just roll it down. Don't press too hard when you're rolling, otherwise it's going to get really small. And that's it. You don't even have to glue on. The foam sticks to itself well. That's a green one and a yellow one I made. And then just send them down and let them dry. Alright guys, so I wanted to show you, it's the next day, how some of the tacos came out. This is our yellow one that we did. So they're not perfect in terms of like inside like that, but we're covering that up, so I'm not worrying about that. I went ahead and flipped them over because they're a little moist, the clay still. So I did go ahead and flip them over. These are some of them. And this blue one is really pretty. With the stars. And then I did a red one and this pretty like pink one. Now these are the rolls that are going to go in. I just started flipping them. And then we got like this caramel one. So I just wanted you to see that the next day they're going to be dry. They're definitely dry. And they hold their own shape. You don't have to keep things, except this one I wanted to kind of form again. And then these are the marshmallows. So I don't think on camera I did anything with the molds, but I did do some of these. Oh, actually I did. I did the gummy worms and the little donut shapes. These are the macaroons, some more of the rolls, some ice cream cones. Those are not going to be for this project, but I did do them. So I just wanted you to see that's what they look like the day after. That's going to be our embellishments. And then I did some cookie cutters with these stars. They looked kind of like Cinco de Mayo-y. Some fiesta fun. And then these are like the little ice cream cones. They're flat on that side, so those came out cute. And then some macaroons, which were the molds from yesterday. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and get this cleared out, and then we're going to start working on filling our tacos and making them super fun. All right, guys, so what I did was I went ahead and filled my piping bag with some white caulking mixed with white acrylic paint. That is how we get our frosting look, and to be able to fill our tacos. So that is this. And then I was just kind of messing around with the arrangement of how I wanted things. So I just want to show you, I went ahead and kind of just like planned how I'm going to fill them. I didn't glue anything down yet. And then the other ones will kind of just mix. So I figured we could do a couple together. And again, this is just going to be your creativity of how you want to mix things and make them colorful. So these are my rolls. I'm going to set those aside. And this is my little pink roll I made. So I think I'll put a little on the bottom. Just like that. Then I'll put this. That's just to give it a little lift. And now I'm going to go in around here and just kind of fill it in. Make it look cute. I'm just squeezing and moving. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my rolls. And this also works to give you some adhesive for your rolls. I'm just going to set them like that. Because if you didn't want to do caulking, you could just glue them down. Just like that. Look how cute. And then I'm just going to fill these spots in. They should have used a bigger piping tip, but look how cute. And now, in this you're going to want to make sure you keep the tip moist so that it doesn't dry out when you're working with it. And we're going to go ahead and add some embellishments. So I have some sprinkles. I think we'll do that and some dripping. So we want to do, these are pretty. We're just taking some of our sprinkles that we've worked with in the past and just kind of dripping them on our taco. Now they are supposed to be like Cinco de Mayo inspired, so definitely you're bright and colorful. Get that. Then, let's see. I have a star. Oh, that's pretty. Could put that right there. And let's see. Some little donuts. I'm just adding my embellishments. And little gummies. I have these gummies I bought on Amazon. A huge pack. Let's see how those look. And some orange. You just want to load it up. Oh my gosh, this looks so cute. Oh, I put them upside down. Whoop. Oh well. And then you just go around and embellish it and make it what you want with this light. Alright, and then if you want to add drippings, you can do the puffy paint like we did in the past video. I'm going to Mod Podge this eventually. And then, yeah, I think when I do the Mod Podge, I'll do the glitter then. Perfect. Alright. Alright, y'all, let's do this red one. So I think we have spillage. All right. At this point, who cares? So inside, now we're going to take our rolls and just push them down in here. Just like that. So cute. Now, the fun. So I also got these on Amazon. They're a big pack of gummies. They're kind of frosted looking. I'll try and link those down below. And then these are just some random little sprinkles and little embellishments I've gotten from like Play Code 3 on Etsy. I'm thinking let's add some red. Maybe some green. This one kind of looks Christmassy. Tap them in. Chocolate. Alright. Now, thinking. Let's add these little embellishments. And these again are just whatever you have, whatever you want. They came in a huge pack on Amazon. I think there was like 100 of them. So there's quite a bit. And you just want to make them look fun and festive. Let's do some little gummies. These are the ones we made last night with the molds. And little gummy worm. How cute is he? Let's see. Yellow. Oh, I want him. I have to glue him on. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm just throwing things today. As usual. We're using our Gorilla Glue. No matter how much I try to keep my workspace clean, it just doesn't turn out that way. Let's see. Let's make him so he's going up. The Gorilla Glue will keep him in place on the foam. Cute. So fun. So the idea is just really like fun tacos. Like if you're going to a store, maybe you know those gourmet like ice cream shops, what they would give you, where they just load them with flavor. Let's see. What is going on with this? And then I'm just going to go in and add more what I think it needs it. And then same idea. I'm going to go get my sprinkles and just add them in. Some green. How cute. Can you guys see on that? I know the lighting's awful. Alright guys, so we're just going to keep doing this on all of them. Use your creativity. Make them what you want. Make them super fun like you'd see on Instagram. And then we'll meet back and Alright, so I wanted to be able to show you how to do another method for kind of embellishing your tacos and doing something other than the rolls, just in case you don't have enough clay or just whatnot. So you'll see here I have my taco. I put the 2 rolls in there. I just glued them down just with super glue. And I am going to use spackle, which is just lightweight spackle, and I mixed it with some acrylic paint, a light purple color. I believe it was apple barrel lilac. So I just mixed that up. Now I probably put a little too much acrylic paint, because you'll see here I stir it up. It's a little runny. I could add more spackle and thicken it up, but I just went with it. If you're going to put this in a piping bag to do like the piping tip that we did previously, then it's perfect because it's nice and light, and it'll get through the tip fine. But for using like an ice cream scoop, that I'm going to do is just a little runny. Like I can tell that the consistency is going to be runnier, but that's okay. So we're going to use our large ice cream scoop, and you'll see that I just kind of pick up the spackle, and I'm just going to go ahead and place it in between my rolls. Now this is a way to do any fake bake, really. If you're going to put it in an ice cream cup, or if you're going to put it on a waffle cone, or just whatever, this is how you do it. You mix the caulking and then you do the scoop. So ideally, I probably should have made a couple of different colors, but that's okay. I used what I had, and I'm just kind of making it a purple one. And you'll see I do 3 scoops. They're a little bit larger scoops. You probably could do smaller ones on the side of the middle, but again, just for time purposes, I'm using this, and I'm just going to go and kind of smooth it out. See how it's a little runny? Typically, it just comes out, and you don't have to really mess with it, but it's a little runny, but that's okay. So then I put the 3 on this side, and that is how you do ice cream scoops instead of the rolls. So I just wanted to show you that. And then you're just going to want to go ahead and leave it, obviously, if you want to just leave it how it is and let it dry. It's definitely going to take a couple of days to dry. All right, so I wanted you to see how we're going to do a little drizzle. These are coming out so good. I'm so excited about them. We're going to do a little drizzle, just like we've done in the past for some of our fake bakes, but I kind of want to do it on this. So just wanted you to see from this angle. This is the chocolate. So I'm just going over it. Just like that. And I think one will be plenty. Let's see. Alright, I thought I'd take a video while they're drying, but I just wanted you to see up close all the little embellishments. This is the one we did with the chocolate. This one is definitely drying. I had to put it up right because I glued that bear down. I had these in my Etsy shop. They're really extra large gummy bears. Those are those, remember those foam little pieces I was showing you from Target in the last video? That's that. And this one. All of the little gummies. Those are the ones we made. Those are the ones from Amazon in a huge pack. That's the roll. Those are the ones on Amazon, a huge thing of the little gummies. These ones down here. And then those are the gummy bears from Amazon in a huge pack. These are the rolled. And the reason the paint's there is because they're helping me hold it up right. There's a roll. And then this one is kind of magical. I made that donut a long time ago. Just put them up right. There's our stars we made. And I love this star. It really came out super fiesta-y. So those are them. I just wanted you to see the embellishments up close so you can see what they look like if you want to go out and purchase them on Amazon. Again, those are the gummy bears from there. These are the ones we made on the mold. That's the donuts from the mold. And the gummy bears from the mold. Alright, happy Cinco de Mayo. It is the next day, and these are our colorful tacos. Look how great they came out. I plated them. They are so fun, so colorful, super easy to do. Just the foam clay and some embellishments and a little bit of spackle. So I hope you enjoyed these. I hope you have a great week. Let me know if you tried them. Tag me on Instagram at the OK Creative Kind. And I'm also obviously on Instagram if you want to follow for more DIYs, fun inspiration, and seasonal decor. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and checking this out. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great week, guys. Bye.
Cool Rocks.